So I got tagged on Twitter and with this picture, and I immediately enjoyed it. Somebody said I look like the mug, right? And that the mug reminded them of me, and I responded to that. But I don't break. I can't break. And it made me realize that I'm going to force Schoolboy into a situation where he's going to have to break me in order to beat me. The reason I think that's going to happen is because Schoolboy, as Devin said, if you haven't seen Devin's video where he kind of gives his thoughts and predictions about it, he says that Schoolboy would have to still be sore after his match with Leonidas. Now, I tend to agree. You can't lose your wrist, dead wrist, side pressure, flop press, dead wrist, side pressure defense. You can't do all that over that many rounds and not be real sore. Now, he's having this match with me less than a month later. So that adds up a lot. Now, what that tells me now, as somebody who is experienced in the world of arm wrestling and knows what pain does to you, I would say that when you have inner elbow soreness, as Schoolboy no doubt has right now, and no doubt will have in the back of his mind as a little problem, I'm sure he's going to dose up on all sorts of anti-inflammatories and whatnot to try to convince his body that it's not there. But the truth is that pain is there, and that pain is going to be bothering him. But what an arm wrestler does when that pain is there is they go heavy on wrist flexion. They change their ratio. Instead of going 50% effort wrist flexion, 50% effort side pressure, look, they go 80% wrist flexion. They don't go sideways. They try to really curl you in. And add to that, I got tagged in a story. The story's gone now, so I can't show you, but I got tagged in a story by Schoolboy of him prepping for this match, and he was prepping Rise. Okay, he's prepping Rise. Look, interestingly, I've been told by a lot of people that Rise is his weakness. I don't know, I haven't experienced it yet, but that does make sense given that he lost the high ground to Leonidas. But if Rise is his focus, and he's got a sore inner elbow, he's going to be trying to hook me. He's going to set up tall, and he's going to wrist curl as hard as he can, try to get at the back of the pad, and try to out-rotate me to protect himself from having to go sideways. He doesn't want to go sideways. Well, Schoolboy, I'm sorry to tell you, it's not going to work. Deep wrist flexion, he's going to walk straight into my King's move. Like, honestly, I want you to try to curl your wrist as hard as you can. Please do. Look, I know you're going to have to because you're in pain. That's all good. But you're going to have to break me. At some point in the match, Schoolboy, you're going to have to go sideways because curling me in is not going to be enough. And look, if your wrist rise is good enough, if you don't even set the hook, then there's going to be a big open arm top roll waiting for you. And when you hit that little wall, you're going to have to go to that flop of yours and that elbow. Who's going to break first? Now, a lot of people saw my training video and they said, Ryan, you got to keep your elbow on the pad, yada, yada, yada. They saw me training against Rickard Borman, elbow floating off the back, all that sort of stuff. That's cool. What I'll say is, I promise you I'll keep my elbow on the pad. I promise you I will. I think I've only lost one match ever due to elbow fouls. It was actually my last one, Ron Bath. His side pressure was so good and so relentless. I was trying desperately to keep my elbow on the pad because I had a stop on Ron, but I couldn't, and they fouled me in a defensive position, and I lost that final round. I'll keep my elbow on the pad, but you're gonna have to break me, Schoolboy, to get through. Ron Bath couldn't press through me. I don't think you can press through me. Okay, you're gonna have to break me. And I think your elbow's inflamed, man. And your elbow's gonna break first. Well, actually, no, your elbow won't break. You won't do that. I don't know if you have the heart to break yourself, but you will hit a wall and you will back off. And when you back off, I will rise and your wrist will go. And I will climb and your wrist will go. And then I will press you to the pad. That's how I see my victory, my path to victory. A lot of people asking me, Ryan, are you confident? Are you sure you're gonna win? Look, I'm not sure I'm gonna win, guys. I'm not sure. Look, arm wrestling is never about being sure. Arm wrestling is about being in the fight, and this is a fight. Like, I'm the small dog here, he's the big dog, but the big dog is the one that's worried. The small dog's coming. The small dog's gonna be swinging hard. The small dog's unafraid of this fight. Or if you ask Schoolboy if he's afraid of this fight, I think he'd very quietly say he's not afraid, but you'd see him look over to his brother every time he says it. Anyway, see you soon, Schoolboy. I hope that elbow comes good for you. You're gonna need it.